Thinking about launching a podcast but overwhelmed by all the moving parts? At Turnkey Podcast Productions, we take the hassle out of podcasting so you can focus on the talk, not the tech. From concept to launch, guest booking to post-production, we handle everything. Need a strategy to grow your show and turn guests into clients? Yep, we do that too. DIY or done for you, we've got the solution that fits. Whether you're just getting started or ready to scale, Turnkey is your behind-the-scenes podcast team. Turnkey Podcast Productions. Your voice, your message, fully produced. Learn more at turnkeypodcast.com/contact. That's turnkeypodcast.com/contact.
The nice guys are upgrading the electric in their podcast studio. The wiring for 220, 221, whatever it takes. Idiots.
I want to see pictures.
Okay, I fixed it.
Wait a minute, you fixed it?
Well, you see, that's what's amazing. Well, not exactly fixed it. Fixed with big air quotes.
I got it. So there's a lot of duct tape and maybe some silly putty attached.
Well, that was the first attempt, but I'm not that fucking handy,
I told Bill that if they move my desk one more time, then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit. They moved my desk 4 times already this year. I used to be over by the window, and I could see the squirrels, and they were merry, but then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler. But I kept my swing line stapler because it didn't bind up as much, and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler, and it's not okay because if they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire, and I might even start listening to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. That'll teach them. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
To the cloud. Hold on, I want to finish this. Just give me a second. Okay, I think the user is not enabled for live streaming. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I thought I was going to try, but apparently it did not work. Sorry. I was
trying to set us up for live streaming again?
I thought maybe I could do it to our YouTube channel, and then I don't know how any of that stuff works.
Live stream to YouTube?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought that might work. Well, there's all of these options. They're like, hey, have you tried streaming to YouTube? And I'm like, not recently. I don't know what Twitch is. I'm afraid.
No, you don't need to worry about that. Twitch is like for gamers when they're like doing live game streaming. But I didn't know you could do, it's so funny you're saying that because before I came on, I was thinking to myself, I'm looking at all the options, Apple does video on podcasts now.
So I've heard.
Of course, YouTube, you can do a podcast that is audio or just audio or audio and video. And I recently saw Netflix now you can watch podcasts on Netflix.
Ooh, I want to be on Netflix.
Well, that's the thing.
A healthy advanced package.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, dude, you and I may need to start actually including video with our podcast episodes.
Wow, that is, edited video? There's a lot involved in that.
I know, right? It's like work and shit. Why would we want to do that? But we don't have to edit it. We just slap an intro and outro on.
That's very true. We are uneditable. We are uncensorable, uneditable. In the immortal words of Foster Brooks, it's 5:00 somewhere. So cheers.
Is that who said that first? Now that's really funny. I got to look that up. Who first said it's 5:00 somewhere? I'm going to look that up right now.
I'm going to go with
first?
Jimmy Buffett. that would be a potentially good guess, but he's too current. I know he's dead, but he is still current, too current. It wouldn't have to be somebody from the 40s or 50s.
What is the origin?
Very interesting.
Yep. Oh, 2003.
What?
Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffett.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
early
it's only
references. Yes.
I can't believe I've only been saying that for the last 24 years because I've been drinking for longer than that. And I'd have to think that in college, I would have said, why don't we start now? It's got to be 5:00 somewhere.
It is amazing that it has only been that few number of years since I don't know. It's very
okay.
weird.
Well, we learn something new every day. Nice guy community. What expressions have you? I learned this when I was how many years old? Isn't that what they post?
That is the phrase. Yes, exactly.
When I was
I was this many years old when I learned
when
X.
I learned that.
Uh-huh.
I'm now.
Oh,
Strickland, I
man.
think we finally settled in on the proper voicemail pattern or maybe process because I saw there was three voicemails in the
Mhm.
voicemail box. I did not
Mhm.
look at who was the voicemail, but I saw that there were three. And I
Mhm.
looked in the folder, and Ashley has for this week, as of February 2nd, which is the last date that the last voicemail came in, we had three voicemails in there.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're not saying that you have perfected the system. You said that for this one specific instance of this week, you can confirm that most likely we're probably right.
What's that? I forget what that saying is called or what that expression is that you are given raises to the point of inefficiency or whatever.
Oh, you are
Promoted.
promoted to your highest level of inefficiency, something like that. Because it makes sense, right? Like, let's say I do something really well, and they're like, "Hey, you're really fucking good at that." So they give me a raise and they put me to a different position, and I do that position really well. Hey, listen, you do this fucking great. Let's raise you up to something else. And then the third thing I get to, I'm not really very good at it. So what happens? I get fucking stuck there. Why don't
Yeah,
you back
yeah.
me down to the thing I did really well?
Yeah, that's very true. Very good.
Mhm.
Well, we'll put that in the news. We won't be able to put that into the Washington Post since I heard they just laid off a third of their staff.
But you know what's funny? They did, and it said I saw that this morning. They laid off 300 people,
Right.
which was one third of their staff. So basically, the Washington Post is like 900 people
Right.
now, and it's going to
Right.
be 600, right? But in the same article, I saw that the New York Times, which of course does what's your show, The Daily?
The Daily, right?
Among
They hire
many
300 more people.
well, no, they've done they have done a shitload of podcasts and online stuff, and they have grown substantially, like 24% in the last year or two.
Uh-huh.
So it's just so interesting. You know, you think about, okay, so how do you survive, right? You're a newspaper. Who buys fucking
You
newspapers
stay
anymore?
current. That's what you do. It's like the guy that says, "I'm going to stay in the record business until I go under," and you eventually will go under. Which leads me to two old guys running a production company that don't know what Twitch is. It's like shit. If I just called myself out on that one, I don't know.
Twitch is definitely a gamer's kind of thing. I think there are lots of younger, most young people probably know what it is, but I would say there are many of them who have never watched or participated in it. It is mostly a gamer's kind
Okay,
of.
so would you say that Zoom included Twitch in their Facebook, YouTube, Twitch triad because they were trying to attract the younger community, or do you think they had is a younger person using Zoom at all anyway?
No, you know, I think you make an excellent point. Probably younger people are not using Zoom. I personally don't know how to stream directly to Twitch, but I think it's something that you generally do alone, right? Like you put your webcam on
Right.
and you stream to Twitch. Well, what if
Right.
you want to do it with somebody else on the same stream? I
Mm.
don't know if you can do that, but if Zoom will allow you to do that, you could get a whole Zoom meeting together and all, like, for example, on Twitch, you might have a whole group, like your group of 4 people, and you're playing a game, right? And you're playing a cooperative game. But on Twitch, is it easy for all 4 of you to be on the same stream together? I don't know, but you could be on the same Zoom together.
Well, it's kind of like when you remember when you used to play, I did at least with my kids, Mario Kart. I don't know if you remember Mario Kart.
I remember it, but I never really played.
So
It
you
was never my
have
thing.
you have when you have 4 people playing the game at one time, you have actually 4 separate little
screens, right.
quarter screens so that you're
Right.
seeing everybody. I wonder if that's what Twitch is like. Now, it reminded me when you said Twitch is something that you would tend to do like a streamer would do on their own. So in other words, I have something very much in common with Twitch users. When I drink, I prefer to be by myself.
You and George Thorogood.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
I love it. I actually, shit, I forgot what I was going to say. Went
no
right
worries.
out of my head.
I got plenty of shit that I'm trying to get out of my head right now. Like, I think about what was the book, the name of the book. These were the best of times. These were the worst of times. So what book starts that way? Hold on. The Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah, that's it. Charles Dickens, Tale of Two Cities. Yeah.
It's like, this has been the best week and the worst week all rolled into one. I purposely should keep my schedule completely empty so that every fucking person in the world that needs me can have access to me exactly at the same fucking time.
So why has it been the worst week? Just because you've actually had appointments on your calendar and been busy?
No, I don't mind having appointments. I actually like having appointments, and I'm quite comfortable having regular appointments, coaching calls like I do normally with our clients. And then we're kind of troubleshooting, or not troubleshooting, but brainstorming other ways. Like, Phil Fernaro loves to brainstorm ideas and sessions. So we have meetings and we talk about ways to improve his show notes and his show. And that's all. I like all that stuff. The stuff I don't like is like the call that I got this morning, the text I got this morning. No, it was a call. The call I got this morning at 8:05. Are you coming? Am I coming where? Are you coming to the meeting that we have scheduled? I said, I don't have anything scheduled this morning, and I know I wouldn't have scheduled anything at 8:05 in the morning. And then the client says, well, we talked about this at our last meeting, and I kept thinking, we never landed on a date. I never told you I would be there. You don't have any email to me. I didn't confirm anything. Well, we're all here right now. There's 9 of us.
There are 9 of us.
Would you like us to reschedule? She said. And I'm like, no. Don't reschedule because I can't. I'm not there. Give me a moment. Literally, I'm getting out of my pajamas and putting my street clothes on and getting my screen ready. I'm like, oh, fucking A. And that was just like, that happened. Not you've missed a meeting. And by the way, none of this was my fault because you know me, I'm never going to miss a meeting. So that kind of stuff, the misunderstanding or I got to fix something or there's a problem, that happened probably 5 times this week. I think you were involved in a couple of them. But that is what makes it the worst of times. And maybe I just have to understand that that's either a part of my job or I just can't allow that to be a part of my job and I need to let somebody else handle that. But I just don't know how to do that because I always feel like nobody's going to do it the way I'm going to do it.
Well, I'm very curious. I definitely want to hear the details of that this morning because I'm, sometimes if you've got a meeting with one person and like they forget to put you on the invite or they forget to send the invite or they thought you were going to send the invite. Okay. But how do 9 fucking people know about it? But they didn't send it to you.
Well, as it turned out, it did come to me, but it went to my spam folder. For what reason, I have no idea.
Okay, but was it an invite?
No, it wasn't an invite because if it was in an invite, it would at least be like unconfirmed on my schedule, which I would have seen because I'm looking at my schedule all fucking day, every day.
Oh my God.
But
so
no,
basically the other 9 people that were on there, the organizer just emailed them and said, hey, let's meet at 8:00 instead of sending an appointment like a real fucking human being. Yes. Jesus, it's 2026. How fucking stupid and incompetent are you? Shit like that fucking kills me. My God. Did they put smoke signals out? Did they send a fucking letter in the mail to you? What the fuck?
Oh, it must have been returned to sender.
God. That shit kills me.
They sent 2 emails. Both of them went to spam. I don't know why it went to spam, but I found them. And then I'm like, there's all the information. Why didn't you just, I didn't say this, but I really wanted to. Well, why didn't you just include me on the invite?
Right.
You had to make the arrangement with all your team. Did you not send an invitation to any of your team?
Yeah.
You know, did you not realize when I didn't confirm that I wasn't going to be there? I mean, any of that would have been good, but no, that's not what happened. And fine, okay, we got through it. Everything was fine. But yeah, it was just a little. And I didn't. What I really would have done was, if I had known about the appointment, I would have had plenty of time to connect with the team to tell them, hey, we're about to get a 9-person interview series in one episode, and we're going to need to turn this around in like 3 days.
Mhm.
But no, I didn't have a chance to do that. So now I look like the bad guy to our team. Anywho, so that was a vast majority of my week. I try to keep my Monday schedule really light so that I can handle it. And Monday it was the same idea. Just a bunch of shit went down. It's like emergency calls on Monday. Like none of this was our team's doing, and it's like all the clients doing. And I love our clients. I don't want to disassociate myself with the business, but it's like holy shit. If I make myself and you make yourself, as we both do, so reachable and attainable and approachable that it makes it almost impossible to disconnect.
Well, we just need to train our clients better. But just this one today, this morning, that just kills me. I am very curious to hear the details of some of the other ones, because I know we've had a couple of weird things this week, that are unusual, but I haven't seen anything else that was like, oh my God, emergency, it's got to be taken care of now that our clients screwed up. But if we can improve the systems, I'm always about improving the system.
Can we talk about something really important, though? This is
Sure,
really
like
important.
what?
Okay. The next season of Bridgerton is out, but only the first half season.
How many seasons of this show are? Because it's
I
like a
think-
period piece shit, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's,
totally.
Not my thing.
Bridgerton is in. This is their 4th season that they're in. I've seen all the episodes. Now a show is ultra popular when they release the season in halves. So it's not like they release one episode at a time or the entire season. They're like, we're trying as hard as we can. We're going to release them all at one time, all 4. So we have the 4th season. I think there are 4. Let me see how many episodes. Part 1, part 2. I don't know how many. I think it was 4 episodes that were in the first half of the 4th season.
This is why I think people listen to us, because they certainly get a great variety of styles of things that we like. I mean, I watched the entirety of one show that happened to be a period piece.
Yeah.
And it was
Was it Downton Abbey?
Fuck no.
Come
God
on.
damn.
That was a great show.
Shit. What was it was the Great.
Ooh.
It was about Catherine the Great.
Catherine the Great? No, I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
We talked about that one because
I remember talking about it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's like a period piece, but it's very like dry, funny, tongue in cheek, like plays loose and fast with history.
Yeah.
And it was very entertaining, but the rest of them that are like fucking drama, fuck that. It's just boring. Sorry, it's just not my thing.
No, it's okay. I kind of like, just as much as I like war movies and shoot 'em ups and all of the that style, I also do like I don't know why I like Bridgerton. I don't know why.
Well, and like war movies and mob movies, I don't like that
really
stuff. Yeah, like action movies I like, especially if it's like a heist. I love heist movies, right? But like if it's just like a straight ahead war movie, no. And mob stuff too. It's like I don't like. You know what? When I think of the mob, right?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking bullies. And I just don't like bullies.
Really, it's like everything I hated in high school.
Right, exactly.
Back to high school.
And in current politics too. I just don't like. And so fuck, why would I want to watch that shit? I just don't like it.
I just like to get lost in a good period piece. I don't know.
To each his own.
I don't know why. Now, were you a fan of like this isn't a period piece, but this is more like the rom-com style. Were you a fan of like old school, like Sleepless in Seattle or When Harry Met Sally?
No.
No, I was
That
gonna
shit
say,
is boring too. It's like
don't like
it's
rom-coms.
most of them are one step away from a Hallmark Christmas movie. It's
Mm.
like in the first fucking 10 minutes exactly what's going to happen
Well,
and
wait.
how it's going to end, and I don't fucking care.
Well, what do you do over the holidays? You don't watch like Holidates or anything like you don't see it.
Vera really enjoys holiday movies, so yes, I do watch them. And sometimes it's like if I just want something light and cute and fun, sometimes they're entertaining, yes, but it's not at all my go-to, especially if I'm by myself.
So will you watch them? If you watch them, will you fall asleep and will that be okay?
Oh,
with your-
100%. Yeah, it'll happen often. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you're just a warm body in a room with
Right.
Vera and you're watching the holiday movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Yep.
did you have your gig? Your band gig?
Saturday. It's this Saturday.
Oh, this coming Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
I
first
thought for
gig with
some
my
reason
new
I thought it
band.
was
It's a
last week.
2-hour birthday party. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How cool is that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really fun. I really like this new band.
So JJ has put out her cat sitting license because she can't get enough cats here in the house. So she's or in our neighborhood. So she put out a little message on Nextdoor, which is do you have Nextdoor? Right?
Yeah, we have Nextdoor, but
Okay.
what do you mean cat license? This is
cat
something you can be
sitting
licensed?
cat sitting business.
Oh, business. Well,
Yes.
business is different from a license. License
Sorry,
makes
I-
it seems like you got to like
If I
take
said
courses and get fucking certified and shit.
Sorry, if I said that, I didn't mean it. We'll have to go back and listen to the tape to see what I
Okay.
said. But yeah, she's got her first cat sitting gig coming up at I think the end of March or something. That's cool. So she went to visit the cat today to make sure that she was able to connect with the cat and the cat's owner. And the woman that she's going to be doing it for actually wants JJ to stay at the house. So I'm like, that's a little unusual for cat sitting, isn't it?
That's very unusual for cat sitting. Yeah.
A single
I mean,
solo cat.
even for dog sitting, it's usually like, okay, come by twice a day, maybe 3 times a day.
Right,
You don't
right,
walk them and
right,
stuff,
right.
but like fucking stay overnight. I mean,
And I
wow.
think it's only about 5 or 10 minutes from our house, so it's even easier to get to the house if we needed to get there quickly for whatever reason. But I think this woman just is very connected to her cat and wants JJ to stay at the house. So JJ said it's a beautiful house on a lot of property. They have like a vineyard in their front or their back lawn. I don't know
Oh
where
my
it is.
God.
Have some nice cars in the driveway, and I'm like, yeah, as long as it comes along with the Porsche, I'll go too. So that's coming up. I'm very interested in seeing the house and what it's all about. That's fun. She just thought, hey, this would be cool for a little part-time side hustle thing that she could do.
Very interesting. I'm curious how much action she gets and like what kind of a rate do you charge? I mean, I'm assuming if it's
know.
a stay overnight, like you got to fucking crank that rate up.
I would think so too. I think there's she said, well, that's not really what I was proposing. And the woman said, well, I'll just give you I'll come up with a price and let you know what I think would be fair. So obviously very, very wealthy family. It's a big house in a very expensive part of our town, which is pretty much everywhere in our town.
Right.
And so let's see what she's got to offer. It could be kind of cool. And
Love it. Interesting.
cash under the table, man.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love
Oh
that.
yeah.
love
Tax-free
that
money.
too.
Yeah. Gotta love
Yeah,
that.
not that I'm responsible for JJ's filling out income tax returns, Mr. and Mrs. IRS. That is a part of our audience, but that's just kind of how it is.
Now, do you declare your income from your Airbnb in the backyard?
Let's see. Do we declare that? I think we have to because I think that Airbnb pays us, so we probably do get a
1099 or
1099
something at the end
of some sort. But since I haven't been the one to personally collect any of that money yet, JJ has it all. Then the 1099 is going to be her responsibility.
And isn't there some kind of law in your town about extended stays or Airbnbs or some
Yeah,
stupid
it's
shit
kind
like that?
it's there's so many rules that are city type of rules that that aren't enforced and that no one follows. And
Yeah,
so
but didn't you tell me that they were actually cracking down on it? Like if they saw a listing that was in the zip code, they would come after you and shit?
yeah, but I'm not going to advertise to them that we have, a listing of it. So if somebody reported it, I guess that would be challenging, but no, we haven't had any issue with. But there are definitely rules in within the city limits that you're not allowed to have one. But
there's not enough place. The thing I don't get is if we had a town that was filled with hotels and the hotels had a lot of vacancies, I would say, okay, maybe I get it. They want to really promote use of businesses that are paying business taxes here for Ojai and all that. Every hotel in our fucking town is no vacancy on the weekend. I'm like, you need what we have. They should allow you to open it up. And why is a business like there's an Airstream yard called Caravan Outpost that is in our neighborhood? I think it's 10 Airstreams, a little common area. It's not a hotel. They are like Airbnbs, but there's 10 of them right next to each other, and it's a business.
Nice. And so they're permanent, right? It's basically like an Airbnb, it's like a hotel, but you rent an Airstream.
Right. Yeah, people love Airstreams. They like the Americana thing. They like the camping vibe, and they like. I mean, our Airstream is really cool. It's not as comfortable as a guest house or an ADU would be in our backyard, but it is definitely cool and gives you a really neat vibe in a beautiful part of our town.
Love it. That's cool. Okay.
So we do have 3 voicemails. I think we should get to them earlier than later in the episode.
Now, is that because we need to get to them, or you don't have anything else to talk about?
I think normally what would happen in the course of our talking is that a million other topics come up in my head.
Sure. Yeah. That definitely is the case. But
I mean, in this particular case, I don't want to force it. I feel like I was forcing topics. I don't want to force the topics to come out.
Well, I got nothing to talk about, so it's all on you anyway. So that's all good.
It's always on me. It's always on me, Strickland.
Yeah, and you really do feel the pressure of that every week. I am quite sure. Yeah,
I never feel the pressure because I have so much to say.
I know. I love that. Yeah.
I figure after 11 years, hey, what are we doing for episode 1700? Are we going to wait to 200 before we do anything special?
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I mean, 2000,
Hang on.
2000.
I want to see how far we are. How close are we? We're at 1680 something or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we don't need to do something special. 2000, maybe we should think about doing something special, but that's a ways off. Even if we do 2 a week, we're still, 3 years away from that shit?
Do you make the DNS episodes, are they numbered also?
The DNS?
The Doug and Strickland, the Nice Guy Fuckery episodes, are those
D
numbered?
and S.
Yes. Are they? Sorry if I.
Yeah. Of course, they're all numbered. Yeah.
So they're all numbered. Okay. I don't know. I know. So it's going to take us, according to the math, 300 episodes, 2 a week. That's 150 weeks. Yeah, that's 3 years before. So somewhere around January of 2029. Look, here's what I say we do. I say at the episode number 2000. We just stop. Stop.
Yeah, we got 3 years. So who knows where we're going to be in 3 years?
I hope
time to retire, right?
Hopefully he's still alive, man.
I hope so.
That's my goal. All right, let's do the voicemails. I will try hard as I can, as I must, to think of more episodes, more topics to discuss.
Well, I didn't say you had to think of more topics. I mean, I'm sure I can come up with some. I just, I don't plan on it because you usually have plenty to talk about.
Well, this would give us, figure if we play the 3 voicemails that we have, we're about a little under 30 minutes into the episode right now. That'll probably be 10 or 15 minutes worth of content. How often do we keep it under 40 minutes?
Oh my God, it's been ages since it's been under 40 minutes.
All right. While we think that we might be able to do that on this episode, we probably aren't because I think things are going to come up.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we got.
Let's do it.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Can I ask a Jeffrey Epstein question? Just
Oh boy. Okay. It's been, geez, I can't remember the last time we brought up Epstein. We've been, I think, purposely trying to avoid the subject, but yeah, please go ahead.
so here's the part I don't understand. So
Mhm.
it's like we've released all the Epstein files. No, we're not. We're
No,
gonna
no,
hold
we
some-
haven't.
No, I get it. No, we
But-
haven't. We're going to hold some back. And like, okay, now they've held them back. Now it's like, Justice Department releasing all of the rest of the Epstein files. Now, did that happen yet? Has that not happened, or that did happen?
Okay. So, last week they released 3 million more files. Okay. But
How big's a file?
apparently, well, so the original release was, I don't know, 1 million records or something like that, right?
What is a record? What is a file?
Well, who fucking knows? I don't even know.
I mean, I have 3 file folders on my desktop. One is called accounts receivable, one is accounts payable, and the other one is the only car that I haven't gotten rid of yet that I'm trying to get rid of, which is Kermit the Beast. And so I have a whole folder there in case anybody calls, needs information about it. I like that would be considered 3 files for me. And those 3 files have taken, I don't know, maybe a year or so to accumulate. So how much does 1 million files did they create the files? What came first, Jeffrey Epstein or the files?
Okay, so first of all, you've got 3 folders, not 3
Folders.
files. How many like pieces of paper are in each
Oh,
folder, right?
okay,
Okay, that's
so-
a file.
Oh, okay. So my folder for Kermit the Beast,
Mm-hmm.
for example, has maybe 50 pieces of paper
Well,
in it.
there
So
you go.
so
That's
what
50 files right there.
well, why did they just call it 50 pieces of paper? What is a file?
Okay. An email is a file. A photo is a file. I don't know what I haven't
Okay,
actually
I
looked
got it. So
at the Epstein
each
files.
piece,
So
each piece of information is considered a
file.
file. Okay, now I got at least my head on a little bit more straight. So
Mhm.
yeah, I can understand maybe having like maybe 100 or 200 files. What's 3 million files? Where did
Okay,
they
so the first tranche that was released in December after they said,
that a real
Trump
word?
signs his own executive order saying release all the files. Like, I fucking want to be the most transparent bullshit, whatever. So release them all. So they released, if I remember correctly, the first one was like 1 million, maybe it was a couple 100,000. I don't know. And then people were like, well, is that all of them? And they're like, oh, no, it's not all of them. Oh, so you're not, you're going against the law right now. No, we're working on it. Okay. We're working on it. So then, like last week, they released 3 million more files, but they actually specifically said, this is about half of all of them, but we're not sending any more out. We're like,
What? How do they say they're going to release all the files and then have half of them that haven't been released?
Well,
Where is that double talk coming from?
Well, the first part is they're like, look, we need to
Redact.
supposedly, ostensibly redact all of the victims' names, right? But they found at least one file, and I think there were multiples that did this, where specifically they missed redacting the victims' names, right?
Ooh, I
So
like
it's a
this.
file that has the names of underage fucking children that were
What
abused. But the same file, they did redact the names of the 3 men mentioned in the file, which is exactly the fucking opposite of what the hell is supposed to happen.
Wait a minute. You wanted me to protect the children and release the names of the parties that are accused, not the other way around. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Let me get my Sharpie again.
You know what's amazing to me? And so I read this post the other day, and this one sentence makes so much fucking sense. Okay.
Mhm.
All of the 3 million files of Epstein's, right? We have seen, let's call it hundreds and hundreds of men's names in there. Some that we probably don't know, others who are very famous. And we have one person in jail right now for these crimes, and it's a woman.
Who's the woman? Oh, is this
Ghislaine
the one?
Maxwell.
Is she
She
the
is
one
the
that was
only
like the one that was in
person-
charge of making the arrangements and things?
Yeah, that's it exactly. That's
Oh
it exactly.
my God.
She's
yeah.
the only one who's been fucking
Is she
arrested
like
and is-
the fall guy or the fall girl for the entire party?
Well, yeah, as of now, but it's it's crazy that all of these names have shown up. So the Republicans keep saying that sure, Trump's name shows up, but I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was a money manager, and so they were in the same circles, so of course his name is going to show up. But that you see Bill Clinton's name in there, and it's like, oh no, you got to come and talk to fucking Congress. But Trump's name has shown up 38,000 times. 38,000 times. Now, there are people who have gone through the files and they, like, one guy said, okay, here's the number of names that have appeared in the file of, people that may or may not have done illegal things, but they appear in the files, they're in his emails. And they said, okay, the number of people that show up, if you divide it by the number of people in the country, okay, your chances of being mentioned at least once. And again, hell, Jeffrey Epstein could have sent me a fucking email saying, do you need a money manager? And I replied back, fuck off. And my name would be in the file. So there are a lot of names in the files.
Got it. Okay.
But the percentage chance of any person in the United States being named in the file is like 1/100th of 1% or some small percentage, right?
Oh, okay.
Guess how many people in Trump's administration are named in the files at least once?
All of them?
37. 37 people who he has hired to do things for his administration are in
These
the
dudes
fucking
should be
files.
playing the fucking lottery is all I gotta say, because there's a high probability that they're gonna win.
It's just crazy. It's so fucking crazy what he's doing. And the craziest thing to me, to say that we have one completely insane person that is doing all this crazy shit and not being held responsible. Okay, that's bad. All right. But what really kills me, well, the fact that we reelected him, okay, that's bad. But these congressmen, we have 200 and some Republican lawmakers who are basically like, yeah, fuck it. Or they choose not to believe it, or they're like, you know what, we're going to let it slide because we like what he's doing. No, it's just nuts to me. The only Republican politicians who have spoken up against Trump are ones who are not running in the midterms.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is terrified to say one goddamn word about him. But the worst part is they're not terrified like he's going to come after their family. They're terrified that they won't get reelected. God forbid you do your fucking job and stand up for the people who fucking elected you. God damn. Sorry. You're bringing out incredulous strict today.
No, all good, all good. I just, that was a headline that I had forgot to bring up at the very top because I was so focused on Foster Brooks. Trying to remember his name. Duck. Hey, Dan.
Yeah, it's just it's incredible to me that I where is the justification to say do you believe Trump? Do you believe that he really wasn't involved? I don't get it. Do you believe that he was involved, but you're okay with it? You're gonna let it slide?
They can't say that. They have to go with, you can't think he did it, but we're going to let him slide. He did it, and we should go after him is not a possibility. Or he didn't do it, and so there's too many things that are pointing in his direction. I think that they're probably saying he's guilty by association, and that is not guilty.
Well, it's guilty by association.
Well, association could be many different things. It could be, I was at his party when all of this was going down and I participated. That could be guilty by association. Or it could be, Look, I'm on 50 emails that he sent to me because he was trying because I was the richest guy in New York and he wanted to manage my money and I kept saying no. But that's not it either.
36,000 times. Oh, and one of the emails, now I only saw this post once and I have not actually confirmed that confirmed that it's the truth. And I haven't seen it anywhere else, which really surprises me. But, his argument has always been, we had a falling out in 2006 or fucking 2010 or something.
He and
right?
he and Epstein?
He and Epstein. Like, I have not had any contact with him since I found out he was a sex offender. Like, Trump is basically saying, I didn't know, even though there's like hundreds of pictures with him and Epstein and fucking young women and shit. But let's say you believe him, right? And he basically has said, I wanted nothing to do with the guy after this business deal between us went bad in 2010 or whatever it was. Anyway, there was an email that said they had dinner together a week before his first inauguration.
Okay, so
2016.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That like his kids were there and Epstein was there and they were all hanging out, fucking buddy having dinner together. I mean, it's just sort of fucking ridiculous. What's the old joke? How do you know a lawyer is lying? Right? His lips are moving. How do you know Trump is lying? His fucking lips are moving.
Well,
I mean,
that's obvious.
so true.
Yeah. I have never seen such a narcissistic person, notwithstanding the fact that he's the president, but just a person. I have never seen somebody that will turn a comment around to, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. See, they love me. They love me everywhere.
He's an idiot.
All right.
Anyway.
Didn't mean to get us off track here. Let's get into voicemail number 1. We played the voicemail theme song, right?
We did. Here we go.
Okay. I don't remember that.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. Happy Friday. All right, I'm going to try to really be careful not to be sarcastic or deadpan or anything so that you guys understand.
I'm ready.
My joke. Yeah, I totally, you've probably forgotten this by now, but when you listened to my message last week and I said I wouldn't be calling with a second message, I was just being funny because I was calling with a second message. I wasn't calling for a second message.
That's what I thought.
But I really do understand that New England humor. I mean, mine particularly, it's not for everyone. I am not for everyone. But I think that there are other aspects of my personality that you guys value. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, you're still my people. See, now I can't help myself. I'm just getting right back to my silliness. Okay. Anyway, happy Friday. The world is falling apart, but we all still have each other for now, at least. Okay. Goodbye. Loved, by the way, this week's episode.
Huh.
So short though. Like, come on, an hour, you guys?
Oh.
That was short. I hope that happy hour was well worth leaving us with only an hour of content. And also, why would anybody want to go to Antarctica? They can just come to New Hampshire. There's also way more to do here. It sounded like there were 0 attractions in Antarctica, but it is right now. I mean, this is the high today, and it is 4 degrees.
4?
And yes,
Whoa.
I'm freezing my ass off, and I'm not pleased. But yeah, it's cold. So they should have just come here. It's so weird. So people are so fascinating. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, a couple things. First of all, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Strickland's reaching for something. Don't know what he's doing over there. He might be getting his guitar. I don't know.
No. Emily, I appreciate you reminding me because I just looked at our temp here. It's 63 degrees here. I'm opening my window to get warmed up.
Yeah, it was in the 80s here this week.
Nice.
I don't know what was going on. It was wonderful.
So second of all, Emily, you are absolutely 100% our people. I know occasionally we're just too thick and we just don't get the humor, but we always
That's on
appreciate
us.
it. We always, that is 100% on us. So I want to quote Billy Joel and say, hey, don't go changing to try to please me. You never want to work that hard. Okay. Because Emily, we love you just the way you are.
Wow, you actually did. You got. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, same song, but yeah,
Same
yeah,
song.
it's a whole
You got
different-
2 lines from it.
Exactly.
That was
And then
good.
the last thing, man, you just said maybe we keep the episode shorter, and Emily was disappointed that it was only an hour last
I'm sorry,
time.
Emily.
Was.
I will never say that again. Although I can't not say it because I feel like every week we come into an episode, I really do feel. Oh, I have something else to talk about. Every time we come into an episode, I really do feel like I want to give quality content, but it's got to be authentic content that's not stretched. And I feel like sometimes I might have like 10 minutes of content coming in, and we still go an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I don't
Pretty much
understand
how it
that.
goes,
I don't
yeah.
understand. Hey, I wanted to bring up something very important.
Mhm.
This week it was another good part of my week was right here. Do you see that right there? Do you see that?
Looks like, is it tools? What is that in the kit?
Yeah, that's a socket set. Can you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah, okay.
Okay. From Temu.
Oh God, no, really?
Yes. So I went on the Temu bandwagon again this week. I was going to order a socket set, and they make it. My son is like, don't order anything from them. It's just one big scam. I'm like, no. I've ordered some stuff from them before, and while it's not the highest quality stuff, look, if your idea is single use, anything beyond single use is bonus, then great. Then you have a good shopping experience. So this week I want to buy a socket set. And because I didn't want to spend what, even at Harbor Freight, the socket sets were like $75 to $100
God.
for the ones that I wanted. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get on Temu and see what they have. I got on there. I bought not one, but I bought 3 socket sets, one for each of my trucks, because I had an experience with my truck this week. That was last week, wasn't it? I broke down. Was I?
No,
No.
you didn't mention that. And why do you
No,
need
'cause
3
that happened
matching
this-
socket sets?
One for each truck. I want to put one in each truck as an emergency kit in case I get broken down on the side of the road. At least I have some tools, because I could have fixed the thing. I broke down on, I think it was Saturday, maybe it was Friday. Yeah, it might have been Friday. I can't remember what day. Anyway, oh no, it was Saturday. So I broke down on the side of the highway again with Kermit because my fuel pump went out. It hit the ground, which is like the simplest thing, but I'm sitting on the side of the highway and I can't hear because the traffic is too loud, and I also don't want to lay down on the side of the highway to listen under my car.
Okay, now hold on one second. So so many questions. So the thing that broke was your fuel pump.
A fuel pump, right? Now the fuel pump is under in the truck. It's
Okay.
under my driver's seat, under the car, under the truck itself.
Right. Like, okay. So it is under the car. It's not like you can see it from the inside of the
Correct.
car under
You
the
cannot
driver's
see
seat.
it from right. It's under the driver's seat, outside the truck, under the truck.
Okay. Didn't you just get like everything replaced on Kermit?
Yeah, but when you do all of these things, you're taking a truck that was built in 1972 in this particular case for a 1973 year, and you're putting modern parts on the truck. And sometimes when you put a modern part on a part that was meant to be like OEM, original equipment manufacturer stuff, it doesn't 100% match up. And in this particular case, the ground wire, which is basically a very simple wire, has to run to a non-rusted part of the car.
Okay.
So when
Grounding, I understand. I know enough about electricity to know that you got to ground it. Okay.
Yeah, so when it didn't ground, it kept turning on and off, which is why I was getting like some major I had no idea what the problem was, but finally I figured it out. It was the ground wire. And I'm like, I don't even have a fucking screwdriver in my truck. Why would I not have a screwdriver? So I said, I'm getting on Temu. I'm getting on one of the sites and just going to buy a cheap ass toolkit for each of my trucks. So I go on there and I want to spend like $35, and I do spend $35 to get a socket wrench set. But I ended up buying 3. And you know how Temu works? There you go. Strickland's looking up socket sets. He's looking up.
No, please continue, Doug. Doug is giggling because I'm on not Temu. Okay. I'm on
Right.
Amazon
Right.
looking up socket wrench set, which I could do on my other screen and he wouldn't know, but I'm not. I'm doing it right in fucking
So
front
scroll
of him.
scroll down and look at some of these sockets. Oh, well, like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So even $55, the basic one on the left hand side, very similar to the one that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Even that one is $55. It's $20 more. But I didn't. I got
Yeah, but look at this one over here.
Yeah, that's true.
We're looking
There's
at the very first
I
row,
know,
and Doug's
I
like,
know.
"Look, $55. Look, $69.
I
There's
got-
a $15 set on here."
I got caught up in the excitement because what Temu does when you go to their site, they don't let you buy what you want. They basically put you through this whole maze of games. Spin the wheel. Hey, you got $150 credit. Hold your phone up to the, and we'll enter it right directly in your account. So I'm like, fuck. So I not one. I'm like, no, I'm just going to buy a second. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to buy a third one. And then I had 5 free things. And it's like, just spend another $12 and you get another 4 things free.
Right, of course.
So I got swept in. I did. I got really caught up in the excitement.
Okay, so a couple questions I have. First question. When you ordered, how long did it take you to get it?
Oh, not long at all. I ordered this on let's see, over the weekend because I broke down on Saturday. So it was probably Saturday or Sunday I was ordering. So, and I've had it for 2 or 3 days. So it may have only taken like 3 days to get to me.
No, that's not so bad. Because I know when my one experience with Temu was a year or fucking 2 ago, whatever, you brought it up. And I had heard of it, but I'm like, I didn't want to dive. So I did dive in and of course had the very same first experience. I'm like, I had one thing I wanted and then I found something else that looked like it was interesting. And
could you close that Amazon screen? I'm getting really distracted.
and so, and of course same thing. I ended up like paying for I ended up paying for 2 things and the price was pretty good, but then I got 5 free things. And I want to tell you, I don't even fucking remember what it was and if I'm still using it and if they're any good. But let me tell you what have learned is, and this is the same thing with clickbait stuff, right? Like I'll see I'll be scrolling Instagram and I'll see a t-shirt and I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking really cute or funny or whatever.
Right.
And I'll go to buy it and it'll be $29.95 plus shipping. And then by the way, it's not going to be there for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Like so long sometimes that you forget that you fucking ordered it. Right. So I don't know why I have not done this before. I just realized this a couple of weeks ago, but whenever that shit comes up, the first thing I should do, go to Amazon. Okay. Because if I had thought to myself, I need a socket set, instead of going to Temu and buying 27 things, I'm going to go to goddamn Amazon. So this one, Ego Fine, 46 pieces is obviously an off brand, right?
No, that would probably been adequate enough. And I would have saved $20.
But you see, here's the thing. You can check the goddamn reviews. This thing has 4.5 stars, 7,000 reviews. Are there shitty socket sets on Amazon?
Of course.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Of course.
But not ones that have 7,000 reviews and 4.5 stars, and I can get it tomorrow.
I checked the Temu reviews. Much many goodly product. I saw it. I'm sure it was legit.
Oh, God.
I got swept in. I'm sorry. It's like I love shopping for tools so much that I just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, does it ever end how many tools that they have?
Okay, so have you ever used one of these universal sockets?
No, but I have thought about it, but I didn't want to get laughed out from any of the mechanics that I run into that open my tool set. Oh my God.
Dude, I own one of these, but I don't think I've ever had an opportunity to try it and see if it works well.
Well, it's the same as a socket wrench, but it's just a single socket in 2 sizes, one smaller and one larger, because oftentimes we don't have the exact right size, but that one with the little indented little multi-function sockets, it's just a good universal. Hey, if I'm going to carry one socket in my car, here's the one I'm going to carry because this does them all.
Well, what I'm wondering is, and this is, by the way, universal socket set, and I'm sure you guys have seen it where it's got the little circular pegs. And yeah, sure, the theory is it'll work with any size because you just pop it on and it grabs it. I just don't know if it actually works well or not.
I
I wonder if Jared has ever gotten one of these and if it actually works. Because I think it's one of these things where it's like, oh my God, what a great concept and a great idea. And you go to use it and it's just shit.
Well, yeah, I have to say that there are a lot of like you call them shade tree mechanics. So those are the mechanics that really just, they just do it part-time. They're not invested in themselves as a mechanic or the tools that they are using. And a tool like that probably is not going to be a long-lasting tool. It may serve for a job or two, and maybe that's all you need it for. And there are some tools that I buy that I don't need it to I'm not looking for, like an angle grinder. I'm going to use an angle grinder to grind off some rust on a project that I have, and the $29 that I spent for it, if it's a cheap one, that's fine. But if I have an angle grinder job, I'm going to need to buy a DeWalt or a Makita tool and spend maybe $300 for that's what would appear to be the same tool. But because I'm invested in my business, it makes more sense to buy the more expensive tool. In this particular case, I probably didn't even need to spend 30 some odd dollars for the tool, but I got swept up in the whole process. I'll put together my entire stack of Temu tools that I bought because they'll probably all be here by the time that we record next time. And I'll let you know how.
So the free ones that you got are not here yet, just the ones you paid for.
Correct. Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you, Emily, for the message. We appreciate you sharing that it's an hour long is not long enough. Therefore, we are going to continue on with this episode.
So we're clearly doing everything we can to stretch this and fill time so we're not under an hour and embarrassed because we don't want to catch your ire again.
No, never want to catch an ire, especially a New England ire.
Okay, here we go. Voicemail number 2.
Hey, Doug, Shrek, Jared here. Couple of things. So just finished the episode. Almost.
Ooh, almost.
Heard Steve O'Brien. Heard a gap. Shut my car off. Before the radio went out, I started hearing music. So there's some kind of Easter egg I can't wait to hear.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Do you remember I said I was going to do that last week?
No, and I didn't listen, so I don't know what it is. So what was the Easter egg?
Before we hear Jared's feedback, and for those of you who are curious, the Easter egg last week was a recording of my band. But there was a caveat, okay, a qualifier that I hope this was just rehearsal recording.
Okay.
Right, now we did record multi-track, and so I was like playing with sounds a bit and adding some reverb, and I don't know that it's the greatest mix, but I just wanted to make it clear to anybody that listened to it that this is not like, polished track that we did and tweaked. This is literally, we ran the song one time and recorded it at rehearsal, and then I just made it sound as good as I can. So there are mistakes in it. It sounds kind of sloppy, I think, but anyway, that's what it is. So I'm curious to hear Jared's feedback.
So this is no like Steely Dan's greatest hits live.
Oh my God,
not like that. You're saying is there's a few flaws in it. You might, as a professional, might be able to pick up what the flaws are, but as an amateur, you absolutely could hear all the flaws.
Well, so using the for those of you who are not familiar, Steely Dan would they were like absolute total over the top perfectionists.
Yes.
And so the song what's a good one? Peg, Peg, it will come back to you.
Michael McDonald
singing back up, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Peg is a song that just for the guitar solo, okay, not the whole song, just the solo, they brought 7 different guitar players in to each take their shot at just for the solo. And it's cool because there's a classic albums episode that used to be on VH1 that's about that album, Asia. And so they go back into the studio with Becker and Fagan.
Best fucking album. I remember when that album came out, and I'm like, yeah, it was amazing. It was so amazing.
And there's a funny story that I don't know if it's true or not, but I think it is. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so the behind the scenes, the behind the album, Becker and Fagan are in the studio and they're listening to the original tracks, and they can isolate them, right? So like in one part, they take all of Michael McDonald's vocals and you just hear Michael McDonald like 4 times going, you know, with all the harmonies and everything.
Right.
And, but they also do the solo and they're like, yeah, didn't we have like 6, 7 guys come in and do that? Oh yeah, let's check it out. And basically they mute the solo that we know, that we've all heard 1,000 times.
Right.
And they put a different one on that, like, we're hearing this fucking classic song with a completely different solo, and he'll play like a minute of that. He's like, okay, let's hear another one. Like totally different vibe, totally different feel, and you can tell. Well, that's why they chose that one.
I just happened to bring up Steely Dan Asia. Nice Guy Community, just so you know, and I know you know this about us. We don't rehearse or prepare any of this stuff. Strickland has all of this shit locked in his head. It's all in there.
So much useless rock and roll trivia stuck in my head. But anyway, back to the point. We'll come back to Steely Dan in just a second because there's a great story I have to tell. Well, we're only 57 minutes in. We got to go over an hour for Emily.
We're a third of the way, a quarter of the way through Jared's voicemail. So that's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is where Asia, we're talking about his band, talking about the Easter egg, talking about Steely Dan Asia. Got into the background of that, and now we're going to come back somewhere in there. This is how our brain works.
Yeah, exactly. So if you think of at one end of the spectrum, Steely Dan bringing 7 different guys in just to play the guitar solo, this is the opposite end of that spectrum.
Okay, I got it.
This is hit the record button and play and run it once.
Okay, shoot for the best.
Okay, but now we're going to back up so there's a song on Asia. The title track of the album is called Asia.
Asia.
Okay.
And all my time dancing is through.
Now, if you're not familiar with it, and I will not put this on as an Easter egg because we'll get flagged for copyright shit, right? Asia is like about 5.5, 6 minute song, right? And it has 2 drum solos in the middle. I mean, it's not like just drums, but basically 2 sections that are about a minute each where it's like prominent crazy drums. Okay. Now there's a guy, Steve Gadd. And again, this is Steely Dan would not only bring in like guitar players, they would bring a song in and they would have 2 or 3 different drummers play the same song. And they would ask them to play these songs like over and over and over and over again. And sometimes like these studio musicians, they talk about it on this episode. They're like, you know, they asked me to play it for like the 10th time. And I'll be like, guys, what do you want different? And they're like, just play it again. We're like, fuck. Okay. Like, I don't know. Do you want it faster or slower? Or they don't tell you what they want different. They just want it again. Okay. And so Steve Gadd is like this session player who is just the baddest of the bad drummer session players. Okay. But he is known at the time in the 70s and 80s for doing a lot of coke, a lot of drugs, and like showing up late, which is, you know, most studio guys, the studio work is very sought after. And it's like, you show up late, fuck it, they'll just call somebody else. Steve Gadd was that good. They didn't care that he was kind of a fuck up because he was that good. Anyway, so he shows up for this track of Asia, right? And apparently, like, he shows up a little late, and Becker and Fagan are like, Steve, fuck it, come on, really? And he's like, I got this. I'm like, have you even looked at the music? He's like, no, I've got it. He's like, no, you don't understand. I know how good you are, but you can't just sight read this one, okay? He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, no, this is bullshit. Like, if you didn't learn it, we can't just run it. I'm telling you, you can't just sight read this on the spot. And he's like, roll the fucking tape. And so Steve Gadd, again, this is a story. I don't know if this is true. Steve Gadd has got like 3 music stands with the sheet music lined up because it's a lot of pages, right?
Right.
They roll tape. He goes through, runs the song one time and literally walks out. And the guys in Steely Dan, they were like, they brought in a couple of other drummers. Nobody played it as well.
Oh, good.
They wanted to throw out Steve Gadd's track so bad because he was such an asshole, but nobody else could touch what he did.
Steve Gadd, currently 80 years old and still playing the drums, just so everybody knows.
Okay. Anyway, can we get back to Jared's voicemail now?
Yes.
All right.
but I had to call in. So the couple things, Doug, I mean, I love you guys, but I don't know why you're so mean to Strick.
Oh,
You keep telling him he's 120 credits shy of his degree. And man, how do you know he didn't just want an associate? So he's only 60 short. Why do you have to double up on him and increase the pressure? I mean,
True.
he loves Strick.
True.
Maybe he only wanted 60 credits, and so he's only 60 short. Anyways,
That's very true.
second,
Sorry, Strick. Sorry.
your fucking voicemail fiasco. So, did you play my voicemails the previous week? So now, think about the time machine here. Today is Friday. I
Right.
just listened to your episode where you guys were confused as all hell because you got 2 voicemails from me from the previous week that you didn't know if you played, but you didn't think you played. And then Emily had 2 voicemails where she said she was only going to leave 1,
right.
but she left 2, so you're just confused all to hell. So I hope you understand which week we're discussing.
Okay.
So that's today. I listened to that episode, and you guys wanted me to call and tell you if you played my voicemail. No, you did not play my voicemails last week. You said there's no voicemail.
Was last week 2 weeks ago?
I'm like,
I don't fucking know.
didn't even bat an eye. Because when I called and left the voicemail that was supposed to be this episode, the single voicemail, I left that on Wednesday right before you guys recorded. So it had been, and I listened that same day. So I listened instead of Friday like I normally do. I listened on Wednesday because Friday, my whole Friday, Monday, Tuesday were all screwed up because of the weather. So I did not listen like I normally do. I didn't even realize that you missed my voicemails because I completely fucking forgot. And then I listened like, yeah, you missed them that week. So yes, you played them last week. You missed them the week before. All good. I didn't even remember that I'd left them. So I almost feel like that's what happened with Emily, but then I'm like, wait a minute. She said there were no voicemails last week. So I think she did it. I'm with you, Doug. I think she left 2 and was fucking around with you guys just to make you think she's out there or something. I don't know. I think she was messing with you. All right. Either way, they were great. So appreciate you guys. You mean a lot to me. Love the show.
Okay, after all of that, he started the whole conversation with, I was getting ready to get out of my car and I heard some music and there was an Easter egg and he didn't mention the fucking Easter egg that got us off on that 10-minute tangent. There is a very short email or voicemail. I'm wondering if this is the continuation. Maybe he mentions it here.
Maybe, but just in case you were interested in hiring Steve Gadd to come out to your event, still to this day, you can book him for only $25,000. So I don't think that is an astronomical amount of money to have a drummer come out, because I don't think it's just his drumming. I think it's his ability to tell a good story about either James Taylor, Steely Dan, Michael McDonald, any of the bands that he was a part of. All of that's good shit.
Dude, I wonder where he lives, right? Because it's $25K plus expenses
travel
and lodging and travel and shit, right? Like, let's say he lives in LA, right? If I had that kind of money and I'd be like, hey Steve, I'm going to pay you 25 grand. Come over for dinner. I just want to shoot the shit for a couple of hours. I just want to hear your stories. That would be cool.
He lives in New York, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Okay. Let's hear the last piece. I think this has got to be a continuation of Jared's voice.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Doug Strickland, JD.
Oh, wow. No. So, Jared, you got cut off there. I was presuming you would call back and mention about the music thing, but
wait, Jared got cut off. Did he reach the end of his voicemail rope? Is that what happened?
Let's take a look and see if it's 3 minutes. I don't think
it doesn't look like it's 3 minutes, does it?
Yeah, but did you hear the end?
It is. It's 3 minutes.
Oh,
I think Google even gave him
5:20. It is 3 minutes. Yeah.
Google even gave him a couple of seconds over just in case. But let's hear the end of his message, because
he totally gets cut off, but it sounded like he was rapping. Here we go.
Appreciate you guys. You mean a lot to me. Love the show.
Yeah, he was rapping.
Oh, he was inhaling. Yeah, you're right about that.
I think maybe he listened to the Easter egg at the end, and was just too polite to say something bad about it.
Oh, Steve Gadd also has a house in Las Vegas. A huge house in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Multiple like guest homes and pool. It's in a neighborhood though. It's in a subdivision. So if you wanted to do a drive-by, we could do that next time we're in.
There are a bunch of very nice high-end subdivisions in Vegas, but a lot of them are like gated communities.
You could not pay me enough money to live in Las Vegas. I can handle Las Vegas for maybe 3 days, and by the time I'm done, I'm like sensory overload, and it's as fucking dry as the day is long. It's
well, that's the thing. I mean, if
there.
you get outside of like the Strip in downtown, it's like a regular city, but it is just fucking dry. I mean,
well,
it's
why
the
would anybody
goddamn
want to
desert.
live there? It's like 100 million degrees most of the year long, and then it's bad.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay,
we
let's
cut
get
off
to
JD. We're going to
JD.
start over
Okay,
again with
okay,
that.
JD.
Apologies, JD. Let's get going here.
Doug Strickland, JD. Hey, been busy with work. I've been able to keep up with the episodes. But I was listening to your latest episode. Oh, congratulations on getting hitched, you two.
Thank you.
Thank
You guys are talking about Antarctica. There's actually a pretty good video on Prime called Antarctica: A Year on Ice. I think is done pretty well.
What?
I would go to Antarctica, but that's a pretty expensive trip, and it's cold.
No doubt.
So, anywho, you guys take care. Keep up the good work. Bye.
Hey, JD, when we were looking it up last time and I saw the cruise,
Yeah.
I'd be interested in doing a cruise there in the summer, like now, right?
Well,
Summer
you
in
can't do it.
Antarctica.
You can't do a winter cruise there. Just so you know, you can't.
But
just
like
knock
a
it out.
year in Antarctica? Oh my God.
No,
Okay.
no, I couldn't. And that had to be probably the longest message that JD has ever left. just so you know, just so everybody knows. And yeah, okay. I just want to say that.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it the longest that he's ever. But we appreciate you listening and getting back to us. And hey, JD, it's okay if you get busy and you can't listen all the time. That's okay.
What are you multitasking here, Strickland?
I'm pulling this up because I want you to hear it, because this is actually something that'll be relatively funny just with the audio, but I happen to have the video here too as well. It was Jared and his back and forth, the voicemail and the time machine and all that other shit, made me think about this video that I saw the other day. This is a song. This is a comedian. A question called "The Question Song."
Okay, and we're not going to get dinged and like booted off of Apple Podcasts for this, right?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
This has got 44,000 views on YouTube, and I think he would appreciate us actually playing it.
Would or would not?
Would. I think he would.
Yeah.
If,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we probably could get this guy on our show. I mean, if we reach out to him, for a guy that's got only 988 subscribers, I would feel like we might 989 subscribers now.
I just subscribed. Well, okay. By the way, the actor Thomas F. Wilson. This is the guy who played Biff in Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Okay.
Right.
But that's what makes this funny. That's what you have to.
Okay.
But it is crazy. He played Biff in Back to the Future, and he literally has under 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
Wow. I didn't know he was a comedian. This is
we might have
stand-up.
more podcast listeners than he has people in his
That's
in his
crazy.
community. Okay.
But this is a very funny song, a Back to the Future themed song that I'm going to play, and because I found it very funny, and I think you'll find it entertaining.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
When I'm flying in a plane or I'm on the street, there's a lot of friendly people that I like to meet. They shake my hand but never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? He's nice. What's Christopher Lloyd like? Kinda quiet. What's Crispin Glover like? Unusual. Stop asking me the question. I went to the bar mitzvah of my nephew Josh. Now I'm not Jewish, but I like to nosh. But my yarmulke started to pray. When the rabbi leaned over and I heard him say, hey, was that real manure? No, it wasn't. How was that DeLorean? A piece of garbage. Do those hoverboards really fly? It's a movie. Stop asking me the question. Can we take your picture? Come on, look mean. Would you call my friend a butthead on his answering machine? Questions fill my head. I went to my doctor said, What does a key grip do? Set up lights. What does the best boy do? Help the key grip. What does a producer do? I don't know. Stop asking me the question. Do you all hang out together? No, we don't. How's Crispin Glover? I never talked to him. Back to the Future 4. Not happening. Stop asking me the question. Hey, who's the nicest famous guy you know? Adam Sandler. Who is the biggest jerk? Gary Busey. How much money do you make? More than you do. So stop asking me the question.
Oh, that's awesome. That was
right?
really- that was
Isn't that
really good.
great?
I think if you could find out his email address, or anybody in our community could find his email address, I would be happy to reach out to him and see. You know, we talk about movies all the time, and a lot of times these actors are really just normal people. Yeah, and they go on shows and they want the exposure. And certainly, while we don't have an audience of Joe Rogan size, we have an audience that's absolutely loyal to us.
That is true. That is interesting. It would be kind of cool. So, you ever see a movie Real Genius with Val Kilmer?
I just cannot recall.
Okay,
But yes.
you like the Naked Gun movies and the
Yeah, of course.
airplane movies, right?
Right.
You should totally watch Real Genius. It is a fucking gem, absolutely fucking hilarious. But it came out at the same time as Weird Science and My Science Project,
Right.
which are both just fucking typical stupid 80s, like
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Real Genius is brilliant and it is hilarious. I've seen it dozens and dozens of times. And I think about some of the actors in there, like Val Kilmer's big, right? And there's another guy that plays the professor, and he had a couple of other big parts, like he was in Die Hard, but like the rest of the cast, like we could totally get some of them on the show. That'd be cool.
Well, and we could get them to talk about all the other people.
Right? Exactly.
We'd have a hard time, maybe, I think, locking in Val Kilmer, though, because I believe he's dead, isn't he?
He's quite dead, unfortunately.
Okay. What did he die from?
I think he had cancer. I think.
Pneumonia. The cause of death, pneumonia, according to death certificates. But I don't know. What do you
Well,
think?
you know, he was in the new Top Gun movie, but he had by the time they shot that movie, he had no voice and he actually had trouble walking, and they worked that into the movie, but they really wanted to put him in the movie. There's actually a documentary about him that I'm kind of fascinated to watch, but I have never gotten around to it. Let me look it up now.
All right, I got to wrap. JJ wants to go for a hike. It's getting dark here. You know, we're 2 hours earlier than you. I think we've done our show justice and our audience justice.
Emily,
today.
have we done the show justice? Please. I hope we've done enough material for you, because
All right,
we never want to get you upset.
Stay tuned for next week. We're going to have Temu product reviews. All of the toolboxes that I've ordered. I'm going to open them all up, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to use one of the tools and see if it's as good as some of the higher quality tools that I have, which is pretty much every other tool that I have in my toolbox.
Oh, and I actually have a teaser topic for next week. I can't believe I didn't talk about this.
What?
I had I didn't have a pipe burst. I had a pipe leak and break.
Whoa.
Fortunately, it was in the garage, but that'll be the teaser for next week. You can remind me,
that
or
is-
if somebody calls in, you'll have to remind me, because I might forget. And it was, because it froze basically.
Oh, fucking A.
Yeah.
That's right. You had some cold temps. Well, why would a pipe, was it a PVC pipe? It had to be. It couldn't have been like a metal pipe.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's like a silicone, so it's not like. It's like PVC, but not PVC.
Right. It's called, is it called PEX? Is that what it's called? PEX?
I don't fucking know.
PEX?
I
Something
don't
like
know
that.
shit about all that shit.
Okay. It's like a bendy pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
so
talk
it
about
looks
that.
like
Take
it's
pictures.
plastic-ish, but
I want to see pictures.
okay. I
And
fixed it.
I just did get wait a minute. You fixed it?
Well, you see, that's what's amazing. Well, not exactly fixed it. Fixed with big air quotes.
I got it. So there's a lot of duct tape and maybe some silly putty attached.
Well, that was
to
the
it.
first attempt, but I'm not that fucking handy,
That's good that you even tried to do it. All right. Well,
Vera
we'll
was a
catch-
big help. So
yeah, she boosted you up on her shoulders. That's right. We'll talk about that and the Temu product reviews next week. In the meantime, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For Doug, Strickland, the Nice Guys on Business podcast, I'm Steve O'Brien. 130 plus episodes and still no residual check. Nice. Actually, not nice. Okay, Flaming Dragon, fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face! I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there and I will rain an ungodly fucking firestorm on you. You're going to have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up. Can you find out who that was? That was Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner, the nice guys on business.
Okay.